On Thursday, March 26th, over 400 Philadelphians gathered virtually to listen to stories of low-wage workers impacted by COVID-19. Organized by a coalition led by the National Domestic Workers Alliance and Jobs with Justice, the organizers had two main demands for the mayor and city council.
There are also so many workers who do not qualify for state or federal relief packages like unemployment. This is why the first of our two demands from the city government is to create an emergency mayoral fund for workers who do not qualify for other kinds of assistance.
From house cleaners to grocery store workers, participants described the immediate impact COVID-19 has had on their work and their lives.
He perdido todo mi empleo por el COVID-19. Nuestro trabajo es crucial porque cuidamos lo más íntimo y valorado de las personas, como sus hijos, sus abuelos, sus hogares. Estamos en primera línea para mantener nuestras familias y comunidades saludables, y por lo tanto nuestro trabajo es digno y debe ser respetado.
I am an essential worker. I am a nanny. I have family and friends who are nannies. Within my organization, there are nannies, housekeepers, home health aides, elderly care workers, and those who work with special needs adults and children. There is a pandemic, not only in Philadelphia, but in the world. What this pandemic has shown us is that people like myself who leave our homes and families daily to make all other jobs possible are the first to feel the weight of this pandemic.
On April 1st, the U.S. Department of Labor announced new paid sick leave and expanded family and medical leave assistance. However, local counties continue to fight to ensure this covers all workers.
Our second demand calls for an emergency expanded sick leave of 112 hours or 14 days for all Philly workers. We need City Council to make this immediately accessible and for all workers, regardless of their immigration status or whether they're in a union.
My name is Denise Major, and I'm a home care worker with the United Home Care Workers of PA. I've been caring for my son since 2004 when he got shot. I work presently 365 days, sometimes 366 days a year, and this has been occurring since 2012. I am not afforded an opportunity to have a sick day, a vacation day, nor a holiday pay. And I don't even want to get into the fact that there's no Social Security being paid into for me because I'm a parent caring for my child. And I'm not even entitled to unemployment. I just want to know, I stand with politicians, I stand with anyone that needs assistance. Right now with this COVID virus, I need to know who's going to stand with us, all of us that get out and speak for politicians. Now it's time for y'all to try to step up for us. Thank you.
While 10 out of 17 city council members joined the town hall expressing their support for these demands, the administration has not yet signed on.
You know, I hear your stories. I know they're real because I've experienced them myself firsthand. And my office is continually working to make sure that we have some legislation to support our workers during this pandemic. And then we still have the aftermath, what it's going to look like later.
Your demands, and I absolutely think they are incredibly important. I think one of the scariest things about this epidemic that we're facing right now is that it not only poses a significant public health risk, but it has the potential of kind of pulling the bottom out from under people if we let it. And I think, you know, that we're seeing all of the inequities that exist in our society on a good day being amplified by this crisis. And so I think we have to both address this on the health side and address this on the economic side to make sure that we are supporting workers.
This is really, I think, an unfortunate circumstance, but it is a great opportunity for us to take advantage of the city's plan on the bill that was introduced today to bring $85 million in money in terms of a spending that we're going to do around the coronavirus to reduce the total effects of the virus and what they would have on the city. Councilwoman Gauthier was the first who brought up the question about workers and worker protection. So I want to thank her for that. But moving forward, I think that we as a council can use this as an opportunity to say, if we don't pass worker protections for everyone who is affected, then we're not going to pass anything out of council.
While some council members commit to pushing for full coverage for all workers, they worry about the time it may take to get relief directly into the pockets of those who need it most.
I just want to encourage people who are on the call, and even folks who are not on the call that you might know that's in your network, if there's things that we can do now to support people and to help people while we take time to establish this fund and to figure out exactly where those dollars come from and how those dollars get allocated to citizens, because that's going to be a multi-layer process. I want to let folks know that we're still here for them, whether it's a food issue, a utility issue, a housing issue, to please communicate those concerns to the different members of council so we can be here to support. Because again, I'm assuming that most of my colleagues on the call are going to agree to the request that's being made and going to agree to support. But there's gonna be a big gap between the time we have this call and the time somebody actually gets some dollars. And so, and that's if we get enough votes and if there's enough support to be able to do this.
In Philadelphia, these demands are part of an ongoing fight to increase rights for workers and ensure enforcement of existing progressive labor laws.
Health pandemics don't break our system. They show us what's already broken within an existing system. That means we are going to have to remind ourselves of what the fight has looked like before. We pulled together to bring forward, a historic domestic workers Bill of Rights. We fought for a fair work week together. What we made sure of was that we stood together, united, and that we prioritized the voices of people who would most count. And we talked about what the consequences were. And when we leave behind our undocumented workers, when we leave behind domestic workers, when we leave behind our gig workers, when we leave them behind, it means we erase them from our stories.
While organizing and pressure continues to mount online, council members express the need for Philadelphians to show support for these demands as they take their fight to City Council. For PhillyCAM Voices, I'm Laura Deutsch.